Hey Bulldogs, it's me, Miss Moore. I hope everyone is doing well. For today's Read Aloud, we're going to read Alexander and the Terrible, Horrible, No Good, Very Bad Day by Judith Viorst, illustrated by Ray Cruz. Remember, the illustrator is the person who draws the pictures. This book is all about a little boy. Look at his face. Does he look happy? I don't think so. He looks really upset. I wonder why he's so upset today. Alexander and the Terrible, Horrible, No Good, Very Bad Day. I went to sleep with gum in my mouth, and now there's gum in my hair. And when I got out of bed this morning, I tripped on the skateboard, and by mistake, I dropped my sweater in the sink while the water was running. And I could tell it was going to be a terrible, horrible, no good, very bad day. Oh gosh. So he already knew when he woke up it was not going to be a good day. At breakfast, Anthony found a Corvette Stingray car kit in his breakfast cereal box, and Nick found a Junior Undercover Agent code ring in his cereal box. But in my breakfast cereal box, all I found was breakfast cereal. He was so disappointed. Check out his face. I think I'll move to Australia. Oh my goodness. Do you guys think moving to another continent is a good choice? Do you think that'll fix it? In the carpool, Mrs. Gibson let Becky have a seat by the window. Audrey and Elliot got seats by the window too. I said I was being scrunched. I said I was being smushed. I said if I don't get a seat by the window, I am going to be car sick. No one even answered. I could tell it was going to be a terrible, horrible, no good, very bad day. A carpool is when people get together and ride somewhere. So that way not everyone's taking different cars or different types of transportation. At school, Mrs. Dickens liked Paul's picture of the sailboat better than my picture of the invisible castle. At singing time, she said I sang too loud. At counting time, she said I left out 16. Who needs 16? I could tell it was going to be a terrible, horrible, no good, very bad day. So he was even having a rough time at school. I could tell because Paul said I wasn't his best friend anymore. He said that Philip Parker was his best friend and that Albert Moyle was his next best friend and that I was only his third best friend. I hope you sit on a tack, I said to Paul. I hope the next time you get a double-decker strawberry ice cream cone, the ice cream part falls off the cone part and lands in Australia. Do you think it was a good idea to be so mean after his friend said that? What is something that he could have done? There were 2 cupcakes in Philip Parker's lunch bag, and Albert got a Hershey bar with almonds, and Paul's mother gave him a piece of jelly roll that had little coconut sprinkles on top. Guess whose mother forgot to put in dessert? It was a terrible, horrible, no good, very bad day. That's what it was, because after school, my mom took us all to the dentist, and Dr. Fields found a cavity just in me. Come back next week and I'll fix it, said Dr. Fields. Next week? I said I'm going to Australia. Do you guys remember what a cavity is? We talked about that when we talked about the body. A cavity is when you have a hole in your tooth. That's why it's important to always brush your teeth and not to eat too much candy. On the way downstairs, the elevator door closed on my foot. And while we were waiting for my mom to go get the car, Anthony made me fall where it was muddy. And then when I started crying because of the mud, Nick said I was a crybaby and... oh my goodness, things are just getting worse. While I was punching Nick for saying crybaby, my mom came back in with the car and scolded me for being muddy and fighting. Scolded means she was yelling at him. She told him, no, thank you, I don't like it. I am having a terrible, horrible, no good, very bad day, and I told everybody. No one even answered. Have you ever felt upset and you tried to tell maybe your mom, your dad, or your teacher and they couldn't listen? How did that make you feel? How do you think he feels right now? So then we got to the shoe store to buy some sneakers. Anthony chose white ones with blue stripes. Nick chose red ones with white stripes. I chose blue ones with red stripes, but then the shoe man said, we're all sold out. They made me buy plain old white ones, but they can't make me wear them. When we picked up my dad at his office, he said I couldn't play with his copying machine, but I forgot. He also said to watch out for the books on his desk, and I was careful as I could be, except for my elbow. He also said don't fool around with his phone, but I think I called Australia. My dad said please don't pick him up anymore. It was a terrible, horrible, no good, very bad day. There were lima beans for dinner, and I hate lima beans. There was kissing on TV, and I hate kissing. Ew. Look at his face. He feels disgusted. That means he really doesn't like it. He is disgusted. My bath was too hot. I got soap in my eyes. My marble went down the drain. And I had to wear my railroad train pajamas. I hate my railroad train pajamas. I wonder if things will get better right before bedtime, or maybe he'll just wait till tomorrow to have a better day. Let's see. When I went to bed, Nick took back the pillow he said I could keep. And the Mickey Mouse nightlight burned out, and I bit my tongue. The cat wants to sleep with Anthony, not me. It has been a terrible, horrible, no good, very bad day. My mom says some days are like that. Even in Australia. Do you think Alexander's mom was right? Do you sometimes just have bad days? What do you do to fix it? How do you feel better at the end of the day? Thanks for watching. See you guys next time.